lecture on analysis, and this is about completeness. Right, an ordered field is said to be complete if all the sets have a least upper bound. So that's just the definition for you. Now, we have two things introduced in this lecture. The first was the supremum, which is represented as sub of the set. This is the set S, and this is known as the least upper bound, and I'll go into that a bit later. And the other one that introduced was the infimum, and this is represented as inf S, which S is the set, and that's the greatest lower bound. So you've got like the opposite there, haven't you? And one of the things we can tell about the infimum and the supremum is that the infimum of S is equal to the negative supremum of the negative set. Yes? Now there's a couple of ways you can remember this. The first is sub is superior, so it's the bigger thing, the one at the bigger end, so the upper bound. And the infimum is the inferior, which is the worst one. Yeah? So superior, and inferior, so kind of super. Right, now here's an example. Well, actually, we'll leave this for the moment, but this is a quick example. Here we have our set represented as these bars. Now, this can be a lower bound, which it is, because it holds everything, and this is an upper bound, which it is because it has everything below it. Now, the axiom of completeness is where it has both a superium and an inferium. So for our inferium, which is inferior down here, we have to move it up so that it is the greatest lower bound. So we move it right up to there. And for our superium, we have to get the least upper bound. So we have to make this as small as possible, so it moves right down to there, because that's as small as it can go. Yeah. So this is our inferium and superium. And now this is now known as a complete ordered field. And these can be used in a couple of ways. And this is such that we have here is a decimal. So we have D1 is a value, D2 is a value, D3, D4, D5, and so on for ages. Now this was a problem before because we can't have we can have an upper bound, but we can't have like a maximum element because we don't know where it ends. But we can have a superium, as we have 0.D1, D2 all the way up to Dn, where n is an element of the natural numbers, and that is how we can represent it.